Do you understand what you are saying? This is what... Okay, bro. I really wasn't going to go off on you.
A graveyard.
But it's
a graveyard.
So what the are museums?
Not graveyards. Art. The Wright brothers who made the planes, they didn't have a blueprint. They were innovators. They tried something and it worked. Stockton Rush was just trying to be that innovator. He's trying something new materials. It just didn't work.
I have a theory, though. I have a theory that it could have probably been pirates. That's what they're called. Don't go laughing. That's literally what they're called.
First thing I thought, eye patch.
Yeah, I know you were going to go stupid.
Bro, there's not enough alcohol to make me do some stupid thing like that, ever. You could drown me in alcohol poisoning. I'm not doing what that guy did. Oh, that's a bad analogy.
All right, we got to restart the episode.
It's canceled. We're wraps. Only 180 saved, and there's still hundreds of people lost at sea.
Crazy.
Right now. Where was the media coverage? Because they're immigrants, there's no media coverage. That's what it seems like. Yo, welcome back to the Heatin Up Podcast, the hottest podcast in the game. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, follow, rate, all that good stuff. But again, thank you for tuning in to another episode.
I hope we're talking about the same thing.
I don't know either. We've had some... Anyway, we are officially recording. Fifth time to try. I was just kidding. Listen, we got some stuff to talk about for real. The news has been exploding. We're just going to jump right into it.
This is so weird, bro. It's been a weird week.
Very weird week. Do we
Great
start with the
content for
biggest,
us.
bro? Do we start with the biggest? Obviously, the news has been running for this submersive story about the Titanic, okay? We got to open up with this.
Titanic.
Now,
tour.
first of all, we are recording on a Friday. I have no clue what news is going to come out in the weekend. I don't know what they're going to find, but what we know is what we know right now. It's a Friday. So,
I feel like I hate the fact that we have to fucking like...
well, this is what happens. We post on Monday. So imagine we say something right now and something crazy comes out tomorrow and we post this on Monday.
I'd be so pissed.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I wanted to preface it. So
new news. They're all alive. What?
Anyway, so to break it down, I don't even think this needs context. This story took over the world, bro. Which, okay.
I think it was... I don't think it took over the world. It was more just like
it went
like a U.S. thing.
But I can't believe how big the story was for what it was, okay? So first of all,
it's a big
before
story.
we get into it, I genuinely do want to give like my sincere like apologies to the families. Like, they're not watching, but genuinely a loss like that is not easy, bro. A loss like that is not easy. I mean, you had 5 people that died. You had the Dawood family, which Pakistani, one of the richest families there. And his son, who's 19 years old, was probably the saddest death of them all, to be honest with you. He was a 19-year-old kid.
That wasn't his son.
That was his son.
With him.
That was the father and son.
A completely different person.
Nope, father-son was on that trip.
No, I know there's a father and son, but that was...
the Wood family.
Really?
Yeah, that was them. Then there was Hamish Harding. He was this billionaire. He was the UK billionaire.
They were all billionaires.
They were, yeah.
All
Paul
of them
Henry,
were.
he was the Titanic explorer. He was like Mr. Titanic. He's went on 35 dives to the Titanic. Nuts. Okay, and then you have...
I saw a video of him on 37, actually.
That's crazy, though. Crazy. And then you have Stockton Rush, the CEO of OceanGate. The wild... innovative is not the word I would use, but I keep hearing... listen, I don't know how to put this...
He definitely has an explosive mind.
Listen, this episode is going to be serious. And again, we do apologize for the remorse, but we're going to break it down because genuinely there's some stuff to talk about. And we're not CBS, we're not NBC. We don't have to filter ourselves.
I don't agree with you when you think this episode's going to be serious because we're going to obviously talk about different topics, bro. So
well, it's not all that fun. But anyway, I just want to preface that again.
Sincere
apologies.
Zion's baby mama.
Nah, Zion's baby mama is another day. But yeah, sincere apologies to genuinely all the families that were lost or the families that are hurting right now. But let's break it down. What went wrong? What happened? How do you prevent it? Who's at fault? What's going on? So let's start first. Who's at fault?
The CEO.
For what happened?
The CEO. You do realize, I don't know if you saw this already, but the CEO, before they went on that dive, he literally said, there's a couple of problems with it, but we're good.
I saw a couple of interviews years ago. He's talking about this ship, and he's like, listen, like, we're doing things our way. Huh?
What ship?
Like the submersible or whatever.
Submarine.
Submersible. There's a difference. There's a difference. Anyway, years ago, he was talking about how like we're using different materials. We're trying new cutting edge things. Like we're doing things differently. We're doing things our way and stuff like that. And so like it sounds good on paper, but he was like the same thing like you said. He was like, we know it's dangerous and stuff like that, but we're gonna take those risks and stuff, blah blah blah. But there's just so much wrong with what happened. It's hard to pinpoint like one specific thing. Like, yes, the CEO is definitely at fault for doing this. I think the one weird thing is,
I mean, he can't really be at fault, bro. They definitely signed papers and things.
so there's an argument.
So
for
there's no, he's not at fault, but technically he is at fault at the same time because he acknowledged the fact that there were problems with the submersible or submarine. Doesn't really matter, but he acknowledged that fact, yet he still went on it, and yet those 5 people also, or 4 people still went on it.
Well, that's the thing. That's the funny part. The fact that the CEO went on
I thought
this
nothing
trip.
was funny about this.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
The fact that the CEO went on it. Like, if I was a passenger on that, first of all, it's fucking terrifying anyway.
I don't think those people would have went on it either way if it wasn't with the CEO. That's the thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that the CEO went on the trip with them, if I was on that trip, I'd be thinking in my head, like, oh, wait, the CEO's coming? Oh, it's got to be, like, at least some regulatory. Like, why would he risk his life if he genuinely thinks there's going to be problems?
Yeah.
Well, that was wrong. So, it's just so much, like, it's such a weird story because, again, like, looking at the ship, the submersible, what did you think? Like, it didn't even look like it was supposed to be down there. Like, just the eye test in general. Like, you're looking at this thing. I'm not like a Marine, whatever.
What are you fucking talking about?
Bro, it literally did not look like a structure that should have been diving that far down. Like, it didn't look like a regular vessel. It was not up to ordinance. They already did not go through, like, specific regulations. They knew that. And again, just from the eye test, you're literally sitting in a fucking metal coffin.
There's no specific design, though.
No,
There's no specific design.
But this one literally looks like a coffin.
Oh.
It's just it's straight coffin.
A coffin? I thought it looked like a fucking, like, fish, bro. Like, I'll be real with you. It kind of looked like a fish.
A fish? Could be.
But there's no really specific design. It doesn't matter what the eye test gives you. There's no specific design when it comes to submarines. I mean, you see submarines all looking fucking different either way. But the fact that the fucking submarine imploded, not even they were like close to 1/4 of the way down. By the way, they weren't even all the way down.
They were 3/4.
They
down.
were
3/4.
1/4 of the way down, and they blew up.
1/4 of the way almost to the Titanic.
No, 1/4 of the way down.
I think that's when they lost comms and they kept going down.
Yeah, they lost comms 1/4 of the way down, and apparently not more than, I think it was like 5 to 10 minutes. The whole thing going down there is 5 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours to go down fully.
Bro,
I remember. It was 5 hours after they lost comms going to there, and then 2 hours to go down. That's what I read and heard.
so it's 2 hours to go down from surface level
to the bottom.
Yeah, so they were 1/4 of the way down, and it was like, I think like 5-10 minutes. It couldn't have been that fucking long to where they imploded. If they lost comms,
but that's the thing. That's the thing.
They said they heard banging.
So, but that's, the funny thing is, the sonar, like the buoys that they sent out into the ocean to hear the waves and stuff like that, they said if there was an implosion, those things would have heard it. That's why they concluded that it imploded before they even sent those out. So that banging was not them. Was not. That's what they concluded. Because that was after they sent the
banging
buoys.
wasn't
the banging was not.
No. It wasn't. I'm not talking about the sonars hearing the banging. The banging was coming from the submarine. The people in the submarine were hearing the banging.
What do you mean?
Those comms were the people from the submarine who heard the banging. That banging was probably the fucking pressure increasing and just...
No, that's what I'm saying. It imploded before they even got sound waves down there. The buoys were not down there before it imploded.
You're completely losing what I'm saying. The submarine had comms. Before they lost comms, they heard banging from those comms. Those comms, I'm saying those comms could have been the pressure just increasing and like squishing the submarine. If you know what I mean?
I don't. I'm lost.
Well, I mean,
but anyway,
the fucking submarine imploded. It's obviously because of the pressure.
Of course. I'm saying
that
but it imploded before anyone
from
was...
the pressure.
But that banging would have stopped when they heard. You're talking about the banging that we heard with the buoys, right?
There was no banging that was being heard from the buoys.
That's what they heard. That's
It
why
was
they
the
had hope.
comms. I thought it was the
No,
comms.
no,
Dude,
no.
it was before they lost the comms. They were going over the comms. They heard banging
Oh,
coming
no.
from the
This
submarine.
is after the fact. After the fact.
I'm
They
talking
lost
before.
comms.
Okay.
They had the whole search. They sent the buoys down to the ocean, and they heard banging. They thought it was them alive. That's what gave people hope, so they kept searching. Now, after the fact, they realized, oh,
Yeah.
shit, they imploded before that.
That's so crazy to me. That,
Which is-
bro, that just shows you how fucking, like, scary that pressure is, dude.
No, but this is the best case scenario for them, the fact that they imploded. Instantaneous death. Imagine sinking all the way down there and wait. Imagine if they were alive all the days they were watching, bro. Pitch black
I
darkness.
mean, yes, it was
freezing.
instantaneous death, but you got to realize that before
No
that, they
torture,
could
though.
definitely realize that they were going to die.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. They said they might have not even know they were about to die. One thing could have, it's like a literally snap. They could have still been going down thinking nothing's going to happen, and instant implosion because of a problem. Just sweep. Blink of an eye. And that's, again, the best
Do you
case
think
scenario.
it was a problem from the submarine or the problem from the pressure in the water?
I think the submarine had problems in general that
And
caused the pressure to
Yeah, you don't.
affect
I
the
don't think.
submarine.
I don't think the submarine was able to handle
No.
that pressure, bro.
No, and
because there have
definitely
been
not.
submarines who went down there before.
That, you
even
know what's funny? No,
further
but I
down.
heard the Titan did. It's already been on trips down there.
What?
The Titan. That
Are you
submersible.
serious?
Yes, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure
I thought
that
that was the first
submersible.
time they've been down there. That
No.
was their.
Because they said wear and tear might have caused that problem. They've already been down there with it.
That's so crazy.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like they've been down there, but they're, bro, one too many tries. Like if it's not up to regulatory standard, you gotta make
But
sure.
the fact
it's
that
safe.
they've been down there, how that makes no sense. If it's been down there,
Yeah, but it just wasn't. It's not up to regulation, so it's not safe
what do you mean
enough
it's
to
not
keep
up to
doing.
regulation?
Like the materials they use
Like
is
they
not
weren't-
regular for what submarines are made of. They made it from different material. Some people say because they were cutting corners to save costs. I don't really think so. I think they were trying to be innovative. You know, I heard something that really. This is the way I think Stockton Rush was thinking, and I heard it from a guy who was close to him. They were saying how it's like the Wright brothers who made the planes. They didn't have a blueprint. They were innovators. They tried something and it worked. They're thinking that Stockton Rush was just trying to be that innovator. He's trying something new materials. It just didn't work.
I mean, but the difference between the fucking plane and pressure in the fucking ocean, that's gonna
But still, like,
kill
it's an
you,
unknown.
You know,
But
it's.
you can't risk people's lives like that. I know they signed a contract.
He didn't
and
risk
again,
anyone's lives. They knew what they were. They knew what they were going into, and yet they still did it. It was nobody's fault.
Not to even mention how stupid of a trip it is first place. You're going to the Titanic. Listen, I understand
I
investigators.
don't think that's a stupid trip.
I think it's a very
cool
stupid trip. I think we should leave that graveyard alone,
Why?
bro. Leave that graveyard alone.
Why?
Because it is a graveyard. What is the point of going down there? If you're not a scientist or a genuine explorer, why are we taking free trips for billionaires to go down there and see
It wasn't
it?
a free trip.
You know what I mean? Like
was
like open trips, public trips. Why are we letting public trips be accessible for billionaires to go and see it just because of the hurrah? It's different if you're a scientist.
I don't get it. What's your point? You're
My
not making
point
a
is
good
leave
point.
the graveyard alone. We should
That's
not
like
be
saying
fucking
don't
with-
go to space. That's like saying, bro, you do realize
having
what you're-
public access to space seems like a terrible idea. Just sending people
I've
up there,
lost all
that seems like a
hope.
terrible idea. Don't get me
I've lost all
wrong.
hope. I've lost all.
Inevitably, like eventually, sure. But to send it like it but no, space and Titanic is different. Space and Titanic is different. Titanic is a fucking graveyard. There's literally rich history. Why are we letting the
So what's the,
what is
you're
it, an
literally
amusement park?
saying don't go to a fucking museum. Do you understand what you are saying? This is what okay, bro. I really wasn't gonna go off on
A
you.
graveyard.
But it's
A graveyard.
so what the fuck are museums?
Not graveyards. Art. People are not dying at museums. Well,
So what's the point of going to a graveyard?
to pay respects to your loved one? Are you dancing? Are you taking pictures of the
Who's
graveyard?
dancing?
Are you taking pictures of the graveyard?
You're talking about a fuck. When did the Titanic? When was that?
1912.
1912.
Titanic sank. I don't know if you believe in angel numbers. It's 111 years since the Titanic crashed and this happened. Another Titanic incident, sort of thing. Angel numbers. What does 111 mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's find out. 111. Let's see. 111 stands for, what does 111 mean? It means Confidence within yourself and motivate your strength in decision making when opportunities are sent your way.
I mean,
In a way.
they had confidence.
In a way. But yeah, again, like,
I don't agree with what you're saying, though. Saying
I think
leave
it's
things
stupid.
alone.
I think you leave the Titanic alone.
Bro, that's literally okay. You're literally saying the same thing about space. They shouldn't have public access to it. That makes absolutely
Space is
no
different.
sense to me.
I retract that one. Space is different. Space is different.
So what's the difference with the ocean?
Because the ocean is different too. I'm not saying don't explore the ocean and keep it public for people to go to the ocean.
Okay,
The
that was in the
Titanic is a
ocean.
graveyard. Do
What
not.
the
Why
fuck
are
do
we?
you mean
What is it? What
graveyard?
is it for?
What do
Why
you
are
mean
going to-
graveyard?
It is a graveyard. There's
For
so
who?
many dead bodies. So
Those
many
dead
people
bodies
died. It's
don't-
rich history.
They're not there anymore.
Nah, bro. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. What are you going for?
Dude, do you
Pictures?
know the families?
No. Exactly, but you still have respect for the people that died on that. That was a crazy tragedy. We're still talking about it 111 years later. And now we're going on explorations to, it's different for scientific research. Go do your research. But because you have so much money,
The dude who
what are you
the
going
dude
for?
who went down there 37 times was a scientist, though.
Yeah, that's fine. What are we letting billion? Why? Why?
I
Why are
don't
you
understand
going
what
down
your
there?
problem is. I don't understand what your
it's
problem
just
is.
It's a stupid. You know
There's
what my
really no
biggest-
problem
you know what my
with it.
biggest
If it
problem
was
is?
completely safe, would you really think you would say this?
If it was completely safe,
Yeah.
I still think it's stupid.
Why?
Why are we sending people to a graveyard? What for? Why would you want to go? Would you want to
Graveyard
go
or not? Yes.
you wanna go?
Graveyard or
You
not?
wanna go to the
You
Titanic?
are literally saying you are proving my point. It is history. It is history. It is a what did you just say it was?
Rich history?
It's rich. There you go. It's rich history.
Yes.
Who the fuck would not want to go see something like that?
I'll pass. I'll pass.
Why?
Because I don't want to explore a fucking tragedy with my own eyes down there and being like, wow.
Are you watching the tragedy happen?
What? What do you mean? Like
Are you watching the tragedy?
Titanic, like
Are you
Rose
watching
and
it
Jack?
happen? Are
No,
you going
no,
down
no.
there to witness it happen again?
No.
So what are you exactly looking at there?
What do you mean? What am I looking at?
What are you looking at
A
when you go there?
tragedy?
What tragedy? You're looking at a
What tragedy?
You're looking
The Titanic.
bro, 100 plus year tragedy. You're
don't know.
looking
I
at
don't
a
know.
fucking boat.
I just feel like it's weird. It's a weird trip. There's so many other things.
And I
can go
hope you
see.
realize that they were going down there to look at the boat. They weren't going to explore inside the
No,
boat.
obviously
they
not.
were.
Oh, they would have. But I think some have. Explorers. I think some have.
Well, yeah, they're scientists.
it.
They have
It's
to go,
crazy,
though,
though.
obviously. It's crazy to
Anyway.
think about, though.
Off of that, like, I'm not saying switch topics, but I'm saying, regardless of what I think about that, in general, the one kind of like qualm I have, and I don't mean to sound like a social activist or anything like that.
Oh, Lord.
It's just something that caught my eye because
What?
I didn't even know about it until this big billionaire submarine search started. The Migrant ship that sank, carrying 700 immigrants in Greece that sank.
In
Only
Greece.
only 180 saved, and there's still like hundreds of people lost at sea
crazy.
right now. Where was the media coverage? Because they're immigrants, there's no media coverage. That's what it seems like. It's fucked up. You really have to think about it. It is
Here's my
fucked up.
thing. Here's my thing. You might not think that there's media coverage here. That was in Greece. If that happened by Mexico, if those were Mexican immigrants, I promise you there would have been media coverage.
I don't know.
I think the
Titanic
fact
sinking that ship, the Titan, that's not an American trip, is it?
but they're billionaires. That's
Exactly.
completely
Exactly.
different.
Economical and social.
But the thing is, it might not have been like there might not have been media coverage in the United States. There's probably media coverage wherever it happened. Greece, right? Is that where you said it happened?
That's where it sank. But like it wasn't a ton.
Who were the refugees? What refugees were they?
There was Pakistanis.
There you go.
Oh my god,
That's
it was a diverse group.
Okay,
though. It was a
then
diverse
yeah,
group
that's
of refugees.
probably why. There's probably media coverage right now happening
Now,
in Europe.
Now, no,
In Europe.
I don't think so because I feel like this type of thing. And don't get me wrong, hundreds of tragedies happen at sea. Hundreds,
Bro,
but
tragedies happen every
we're
day.
talking. We're
It's
talking
so
about
inevitable.
this submersible story. 5 billionaires swept the news.
Well, yeah, they're
But this-
billionaires. You got to realize, bro, they are billionaires.
Exactly.
They have an actual figure.
Isn't that fucked up though?
It's fucked up.
It is.
It's fucked up.
Okay.
But you have to accept reality. No matter how fucked up it is, you have to always accept reality.
And what
They are
reality
billionaires.
is, they matter. Those 5 people matter more than the hundreds of people lost.
They
at
don't
sea.
matter. It's not the fact that they matter. They're billionaires.
So
It's
news.
right there.
It's news.
Billionaires.
I don't know. It's just, and again, it's so heartbreaking.
The
to see
news,
refugees
the news cover things that matter in their eyes. The news cover things that people would care about seeing.
Is that not a crazy story though? 700.
It's crazy.
But I guess
Yet
doesn't
you
matter.
have to accept reality. This is probably not the first time.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a shame to see. Not to discredit.
I have a theory though. By the way, I haven't done any research on this whole like immigrant thing. I have a theory that it could have probably been pirates. That's what they're called. Don't go laughing. That's literally what they're called. That's
Yo, the first thing I thought, eye patch.
yeah.
Johnny
I
Depp.
know you were gonna go stupid, but yeah, genuinely.
What are pirates? No, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it was an overload. There were so many people on the ship.
No,
and
I
it
know,
sank.
but I'm saying pirates who were already in the sea at the time. Like it's a small chance, but at the same time, there's pirates all the fucking time in the sea.
No, but I think the story like was already like given like migrant ship. Like I'm pretty sure like it already found the cause. Like it
Really?
wasn't really. Yeah. Like here we go. They hadn't left this be. We want the hull of the fish. Yeah, here it is. Greek coast shipwreck tragedy. The hull of the fishing trawler lifted out of the water as it sank, catapulting people from the top deck. Yeah, it was just too many people. It was just pushed down. Crying out
But
for
what
help.
what do you mean
Hundreds
it was
missing.
pushed down?
The overloaded vessel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it sank.
there
It was just
is.
overloaded.
I see.
I mean, 750 people on that small boat.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, it's crazy.
The size of that boat was
Small, bro.
yeah.
It was a little fisherman boat, like basically. Like anyway,
How did they
So-
even fit 700 people on that thing? That's crazy to me.
I don't know.
There
but-
had to have been like people on top of each other, bro. Like no gay shit, but you know what I mean.
What the? You
I'm
don't have to
sorry.
preface it like that.
No, because I knew you were thinking it.
Not at all until you said it.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, no. Overall, for both tragedies, I'm not
It's
trying to
crazy.
compare and contrast. Both tragedies are genuinely very sad. But it's like it's fucked up to see the
Bro,
media care about
think
this.
about-
That
okay.
was a choice. Like they chose, and I know that immigrants also chose to go down that boat. But why did they choose it? Did they choose it for fun? No, they chose it to find a better
They
life.
had no choice. Yeah, I mean,
it's just fucked up, bro. Again, it's reality. You're right. It's reality.
people
But,
just have to accept reality.
You
as
know.
much as it sucks, dude.
but I'm happy that people started noticing. Like, wait a minute. Like, told the story was going, and now the migrant ship started getting more traction. People are like, yo, are we really just gonna sleep on this? And we're talking about 5 billionaires. Like, it does
Yeah.
seem like a cover up or something. It was weird because genuinely, like, it swept the news. Everyone was talking about it.
Too
So,
bad. I was really hoping like we found some like fucking undersea monster or some shit, bro.
Well, the water is the monster. It's so far undefeated. Well,
I mean, we might not have explored most of the sea, but I mean,
Not
at the
even
same
close, I'm
time,
pretty
we've
sure.
conquered most of the pressure. I mean, dude, there's been submarines that hit literally rock bottom.
is there a rock bottom?
I'd hope so.
I think it just keeps going. Just kidding.
I mean, the
I
Mariana
don't know.
Trench is like
I don't know, but you know what, bro?
20,000 feet. So
The
I don't know.
sea and space are the scary.
By the way,
things.
thinking about this, the Titanic was 10,000 feet down.
yes.
You think that's far
12,000?
down?
10, 12?
10,000.
Yeah.
You think that's far down?
2 miles.
Mariana Trench is over 20,000 feet down.
20,000?
That's in the same. I think the
Didn't we have-
Mariana
I
Trench.
swear-
The Mariana Trench is right next to where the Atlantic Ocean is.
But someone has went, haven't they? Or no? No.
27.
What was the
20,
deepest-
20 something thousand feet, bro.
What was the deepest someone? What is the deepest someone?
And that's like, it's so crazy to me, bro. Like we've explored space more than we've explored the fucking sea, which is so crazy to me.
That is crazy, bro. The sea. 10,900 meters into Challenger Deep. Last year, an expedition to the Mariana Trench made history.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they did.
How far?
10,900 meters. So that's, I don't know, meters, bro.
I think meters-
Off. America's
Yeah,
metric
can
system
you
is only one.
convert that?
Yeah, meters to
We only
feet.
do miles per hour, bro.
Meters to feet?
Yeah.
All right. 11,000 meters.
What?
36,000 feet. 36,000 feet.
How
Yeah.
deep is the Mariana Trench?
How deep?
I I feel like we should have done our research.
I've never heard of this trench, by the way, until you said something. 36,000 feet. 36? They made it.
No fucking way.
Oh my god, the deepest known point on Earth's surface. Known,
so crazy.
but we don't even know. Like, it's the one we know, but it could be deeper. That's the fucking scariest part, bro. This world is crazy. I'm gonna kill myself, bro. I just can't do this anymore. Like, this is a lot. We're ending.
Wait, well, hold on.
But anyway,
Speaking of media coverage.
there was one more.
Oh,
What were you gonna say?
no, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say one more ocean thing that I saw.
Oh, what happened?
There was it deals with graduation. This one's another person that died, a kid. Maybe you've seen this. It was a graduation celebration on a cruise ship. A kid got dared to jump off. It was at night.
I saw that video.
Yep.
I saw the video.
He jumped
They
off.
lost the kid.
They lost the kid. They
never
threw a
found
life
him.
thing, and they see the kid swim the opposite way of the life raft. They're assuming he saw something in the ocean and ran from it, but got killed. So break it down real quick. So you saw that.
I saw the video.
That could have been you.
No, it couldn't have been.
Right?
No, it could not have been. I'm going to be that stupid. Come on, bro. No, I really wouldn't. That's
All
stupid
right.
as fuck. You do realize how, like,
Bro.
the water's freezing, first of all.
What do you
You're
think?
jumping down from at least like 20 feet, okay?
And how are you gonna get back up? That's my first thing. You jump.
Was he thinking about this?
Apparently they were drinking, but bro, there's not enough alcohol to make me do some fucking stupid thing like that ever. You could drown me in alcohol poisoning. I'm not doing what that guy did. Drown me. Oh, that's a bad analogy. Fuck.
All right, we got to restart the episode.
It's canceled. We're wraps. Yeah.
Anyways,
Um,
speaking of media coverage, what we just watched.
Black Mirror. Let's break it down. Season 6 has come out. We've given it 2 weeks. Hopefully you've watched Black Mirror. If you haven't,
Has it really been out for 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep. Black Mirror, new season. Season 6 has come out. Again, we've talked about Black Mirror a little
Amazing
bit.
season so far.
Black Mirror is one of those shows that genuinely is like The Simpsons, basically, but extreme. Predictions.
If you okay, let me explain it like this to some people who might understand it a little better. If you've ever watched Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix, it's basically something like that, but obviously longer episodes. Most of the episodes average from between 52 minutes to, I think the longest episode there was an hour and 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. There's not much supernatural things in it, but
Black Mirror? Are you talking about Love, Death?
yeah, Black Mirror.
Oh, yeah.
There's not much supernatural things in it as much as like Black Mirror or Love, Death, and Robots, because that's animated, CGI, all those things, fantasy, sci-fi. But it's more of those shows that really just fucks with your mind. It's more of like, it's a thriller, that fucks with your mind completely.
And it's crazy because, again, you go back a couple seasons and you could see the progression in society compared to those episodes. You're like, whoa, they were kind of ahead of their game.
And honestly, some of the episodes, like, they really do relate to society.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so we watched the new season and we've been watching together. And I'm not trying to spoil, but just on the first episode.
We're going to talk about only the first episode.
Just the first episode. This one
Great
was
episode, by the way.
very
First
good
episode was
very
great.
trippy. Jane is awful, is what it was
Joan.
called. Joan. Fuck.
How do you...
Anyway, all of them are awful, okay?
Joan is awful.
Basically all about deepfakes, CGI, losing your rights to these agreements, stuff like that genuinely is going to happen, it seems like.
I think we should look at the terms and agreements of Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I started thinking about. I was like, what have I agreed to in my ears? But genuinely, it's crazy. Because, again, if you have not seen the episode, you got to watch it. It is amazing. Black Mirror, episode 1, season 6. But this episode basically, again, just ties into, like, this girl. The pop-ups on our phones. We're all aware of it. The Google stuff we get on our phones. When we talk like this and we go on Instagram and see an ad, we all know that, like, we're being listened to.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
look. Let me give you an example. Let's say we're talking about shoes or something like that. Then you go on Facebook Marketplace. You go on, Instagram something. You see a shoe ad about the same shoe you were talking about.
And sometimes it's convenient and you're like, oh, cool. But this episode kind of breaks down how all of these things going on, the things you allow to, allow my microphone to use. Yeah, I'll sign into this. They basically broke it down in an extreme way, saying like, oh, you signed in for this, but actually you signed up for blah, 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 so many other things. And basically it's like taking your rights away and the CGI and deepfake and things like being recorded. All things that don't seem that unrealistic.
Yes.
You play this episode 5 years ago, you're going to be like, I mean, this seems a little off the mark.
Yeah.
Nowadays, deepfakes, we talked about it already. A deepfake of Joe Biden going out and being like, let's nuke someone. And they believe in it, strike first. That could potentially happen. Oh, it was just CGI. It was just deepfake. Shit's crazy.
It's crazy to me, honestly. And like, just to break down the episode, they basically made her seem worse than she actually is.
Exactly. Yeah, for entertainment purposes. And it goes back to it. Again,
Drama.
It's same thing as the news.
Yeah.
What's more entertaining? Billionaires on a sub dying. So anyway, if you have not watched Black Mirror, go watch the new season. It is phenomenal. And again, it will mess with your head. But it's a great show. Overall, again, deepest condolences to the people that were lost on all the ships out there. Let's hope we can figure this out and do better as a society to figure out what needs to be covered and then what actually needs to be like taken into account before making these crazy trips. But any last words before we go? We've been running. I think it was a good episode. Again, we might have laughed, stuff like that. It is not a laughing matter. It is not a laughing matter, but it is what it is. We broke it down the way it is, and this is how we feel. So let us know how you feel in the comments. Again,
all these, dude, what's crazy is all these memes. I don't know if you've seen them, bro, but I've went through maybe at least like 20 to actually more than 20, maybe like 40 plus memes of just that submarine.
The internet is undefeated, bro. You're not safe. You're not safe.
I don't know if you've seen Facebook. No. Facebook went crazy with it, bro.
But anyway, we'll wrap it up there. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, please subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
20,000 subscribers.
All our links are in the description below. Give us a follow. We love you guys. We will see you guys next week. The Heatin' Up podcast is out.
Peace.